day, texting men who are ejaculating. Okay. Apparently, I thought he was done that business, so I can call him and we can collab. And then his brother's like, no, we're not done. We got more typing to do. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Okay.
Hey, come get these hands, boys, you old fucks, you little dusty old men.
Why? Like,
no, I don't know him.
I don't
He's
understand.
the enemy too.
Bro,
you don't have to cut Sneak off. This is your homie.
What's the point of doing this? Is it for attention? Is it for like what is your strategy?
Read my tweets and you'll know I'm not a fucking aggressor here. Read my fucking tweets, clown.
Okay, I'm gonna read.
You didn't even read my tweets. You just attacked me.
I just read the first one and then I asked you a question.
Read all.
Nobody's attacking you.
Read them.
We're going one by one.
Chronological.
We're going one by one. Why did you tweet that first thing? Why do you want to talk to him on Discord so bad if you're saying he's a tater tot all this?
You actually believe I wanted to talk to him?
Okay, so then tell me why.
80% of my tweets are bait, you idiot. You make fun of the people who fall for the bait. Now you're pretending, oh, I don't know why you tweeted that.
Okay, so you're trolling. I'm not pretending anything.
It's not trolling, it's business.
What's the business?
Look at your viewer count, you idiot. This is the business.
Okay, so it's cloud chasing.
Yes.
Okay.
The fuck you think bait means?
We established. That's what
fucking retard.
I'm not retarded.
Who actually follows this guy for intellect? Bro, just laugh. Entertainment.
I'm asking you questions
idiot,
so that you can explain it for the chat. Just because I'm asking you questions doesn't determine exactly what I'm thinking.
Why did you keep attacking Charlie?
Because it's to prove a point that people say, to prove a point.
For 2 months?
Yes.
It was cloud chasing.
Yeah, a little bit too. Yeah. But also to prove a point and also resentment for the fact, look, Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate
YouTubers
they attacked me first.
You admit
it.
The
Soy Boys attacked me first. They celebrated when I got canceled.
I defended those two fucking cum-guzzling homosexuals for months when they were arrested. I lost money. I got canceled defending them, and he responds like that on a clickbait.
Defending them?
That's like someone making a clickbait YouTube video and Tristan getting mad.
You got canceled.
Who defended the Tate brothers harder than me and this little fucking bitch?
Who even knows that? Does anyone here even know that you were defending? I didn't know that.
It was on Fresh and Fit, you clown. I defended them for 30 minutes.
Okay, so then why would you go and snake them?
Are you kidding? I gave them everything on Fresh, all their flowers, and I even held back because I know they're homosexuals. I never said that they're homosexuals.
Deida said Zerka and Myron gave them females a dose of reality last night. I had them in tears. LOL, WFNFW Zerka.
You see how stupid you look when you don't read the tweets? Read them now. That you look stupid.
I already read the tweets and I know what they said. I'm very aware.
You didn't read one.
I read all of them off stream. I already read them.
On stream.
Okay, so how does that change my intellect? Because you said it's because I didn't read them. Like, do you see how you're just yelling and not making sense?
Chat, I'm saying read it on stream so he can unpack it and understand.
Okay,
he's saying he doesn't want to do it.
I'm unpacking one by one, right?
Read the tweets out loud now. Go.
And then one more from Ramili Bokanat. This dude is literally lying. He was dissing the Tates during the entire FNF appearances and dunking on Andrew's religion. Childish.
Bring a clip.
You were saying they were fuckers too, and that I don't respect them.
Not the Tate brothers. I called someone else a fucker, but they are.
You have definitely disrespected them beforehand. So you playing the card right now that you've defended them constantly is disingenuous. When you
know what? I'll take the villain role. Fuck those fuckers.
Why?
He literally got mad at a thumbnail clickbait. That is the weirdest dude I've ever seen. He couldn't support a fellow young red pillar that's going up. Hey, don't use my brother's clickbait. You guys use clickbait on your YouTube channel, Tristan and fucking Andrew. That's the fucking name of the game. You guys hired
a YouTube channel.
Yeah, before they got banned, they had fucking 100 clickbaiters and 100 moderators and 100 Discords and 100 TikToks. They're clickbait kings.
Yeah, but not through lying, though.
The stuff you talk about, is it the truth or do you do it for money? And literally on camera, he says in the clip, send the clip, he says...
Yeah, on the podcast with me.
He says, I'll tell you off camera, and giggles and laughs. And it was funny, but send me the clip and tell me, like, yo, we're not pretending their watered-down advice of spoiling your wife is the truth. They don't JQ. They don't say they're nothing right-wing. They're literally in the fucking hands of Jordan Peterson. And I've been holding back. I didn't want to attack it. But, dude, they attack a fellow red pillar?
Okay, so they're not calling out a young red pillar. You think it's an attack on you personally, but you're saying, why? Tristan replies, why are you lying to your fans? I know my brother's plans for today, and he didn't mention talking to some dork.
Are you coming towards the end of your career? And you're starting to worry that you've run out of time.
What did I say?
Silence, race traitor. Okay, which is stupid because what race are they turning on?
What group would adopt them in prison?
Definitely not the white supremacists. And I mean, Tristan looks a little more white. Andrew is very clearly mixed race. Very clearly.
So they're, all right, you know what?
What's your point?
I want to know what
what race are they trying to? So you're saying Christians can only be white?
What group do you think in prison would adopt them?
I don't think either one.
You're not answering.
I don't think that either one would fully adopt them. I don't think white people would accept
You're
them.
not answering.
Bro,
You're not answering. You're not answering the question. What group? Get there faster. What group?
I think maybe like the Nation of Islam, like would adopt them quicker than a race group. I've seen Nazis criticize them, bro. I've seen Nazis criticize them for being mixed race.
Wait, the Nation of Islam, do they have white people in it? Dude, stop.
The modern, no, they don't. No, they don't.
Okay, all right, you know what? Anyways, really it's how you appear in the world, right? Is Nick Mexican to you?
No,
Why?
because he constantly talks about how he's white. I'm white. I'm white. I'm white.
No,
even though he
that's
is.
not why you think
That is
he's
why.
white.
That is why. If he latched onto that, then I'd be like, I would talk more about his Mexican thing. But he clearly doesn't. Andrew and Tristan all the time talk about how they're mixed.
You would think a green-eyed white boy is only white because he said it? Or is it because your eyeballs saw it? It's how you present in the external
It's how you present. Nick doesn't present as a Mexican person. They present as mixed race to me, and that's besides
You're
the point.
literally retard IQ.
But do you see-
I can't believe you don't understand what I'm saying there.
What? What are you saying? Say it one more time.
I give up. You want.
Another reason why Islam is the answer for a lot of people because it doesn't
No.
attribute anything to race.
You think Islam will give the mosque to anything else besides Saudi rule, you idiot? You
The
think,
mosque that I go
You think
to
an
in-
African Muslim has authority over a Saudi? It's the same thing there, you idiot.
Yeah, but that's really stupid to apply race logics and apply race to a religion. Like,
Why? Some races love the cross more, period.
But what does that have to do with God?
It defends the faith more.
Are white people doing a good job of defending Christianity in the West?
Better than
You're not answering the question. You got on me for not
Yeah,
answering the question so long. Are you answering the question?
white people do better than minorities at defending the cross. Yes.
Do they?
Well, actually, in
Is that
Brazil-
true?
You could say Brazilians are Catholic and stuff like that.
Think about that. Maybe that's another reason why people like me, Andrew and Tristan, gravitate towards Islam because there's no ethno identity. Look, you criticize the Jews all the time.
All
for
right,
being
I'll
an
just say it. Fuck it. Andrew and Tristan, I know you're watching this because like it's content world and everyone watches everyone's shit, right? Don't worry. This guy is on your team. Fresh and Fit on. I'm the only one you guys can be mad at. And you know what? Here's the truth, okay? You guys went to Islam for an ethnic shield and money, and you'll burn in hell unless you come back to Christ. And when you come back to Christ, I'll never talk bad about you guys again. You'll be safe. You'll be safe from me. And your hair will grow back. if you
You're
come back to
burning.
Christ.
You're burning bridges that are not worth burning.
Bro, I'm not you, bro. Dude, bridges are so fucking cringe, bro. It's like, do you have no potential to your channel?
I have a lot of potential with this channel.
What if you could never collab again? Could you still do this?
Yeah, of course. But I like, it's not just about collab. You only view it through like this optics lens, but these are like real people. You know, you don't think of it as this caricature that you see on social media. These are real people. These are real men. That's what separates, and that's what they're trying to bring back.
Okay,
that
all right.
traditional sense
Honestly,
of masculinity.
it's just weird because the girls they have around are always like mid. Dude, my Instagram had hotter girls. I was fucking hotter girls when I was homeless. Like, how the fuck are they representing Red Pill? They're making me look bad, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Yo, thank you. They're not even really representing Red Pill. They don't talk about it. Nicole, thank you for 20. I feel like Zerner is a gift from God to exercise patience because holy shit, I think I'd be a pro at stoicism after him. He's hilarious though. It's tough. Like I haven't even been, every time I try to finish a sentence or a point, he finds a problem with me establishing what I'm
Because
talking
you
about.
lie. I don't. Have you noticed?
Name one thing I lied about today.
Immediately.
One thing I lied about today.
You interjected when I said he gave money to the church and said no, he
I
both.
said yes.
And then you changed
I
it.
said yes and.
No.
That's not a lie. That's not what
No.
lie means.
You said both, and then you changed it to one, and then the other. Church, and then the mosque. 'Cause
I said that-
you
so
told the
I
truth.
answered
you told the
yes.
truth when I had to press you to tell the truth.
Is that what a lie is?
Exactly what a lie is. Because you know what narrative you painted? That he's giving money at the two temples at the same time. That's what you were trying to go for. Snake shit.
Sure. You think everyone's against you, bro?
No, because then it wouldn't be much of a race trader if it was two temples at the same time. But he went from one temple to another. That's what happened.
Let's get into these videos now. There's a video I want to watch.
Wait, you didn't even read my tweets.
That's the rest of it, right? And then you said,
Read all of them.
please.
Why don't you read all of them? Why are you trying to make Tristan look good? I'm telling the truth.
Okay, so then he's DMing him.
What
and
does that
just-
say, Sneeko?
It just seems like you really want.
What does
his
that
attention,
say?
bro. It says after defending you and your brother for months, you actually snake an ally. He didn't snake you at all.
Yes, he did.
He called you out for lying.
I lost the whole channel defending them when they were in prison from feminists, and they fucking do this to me. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
What, call you out for lying about doing a collab? They do that all the time when crypto people attach their name. They
All
call
right,
them out for the same
saying
thing.
Even when I didn't know they're innocent, I let feminists cancel me for those guys just because of soul, and they snake me and call me a dork. Come on, bro. That's like actually
They didn't
some
snake you. They
No,
just
bro.
called you out for lying. That's not snaking.
Why didn't he
That's
call?
telling
Why
the
doesn't
truth.
he call out Ethan Klein and everyone who clickbaits
They did
him?
call him out many
No,
times.
no, for clickbait.
They have
for
a lo- they have
clickbait.
ongoing-
Sneeko, for clickbait.
They have
How come
ongoing-
they don't call other people for clickbait?
They have ongoing lawsuit right now. Your tweet is not clickbait. That's you lying for more clout. That's not. That's,
Whoa, is a thumbnail clickbait?
thumbnail's
If the
different.
thumbnail has Andrew Tate doing this, is it clickbait?
Thumbnail's different than a tweet.
Whoa, what a liberal.
Anytime someone mentions JQ around the biggest threat to the Matrix, imagine seeing a world where people do not support. Okay, blah blah. Sorry to Andrew Tate, but a bald Muslim dude ain't leading the movement. I started way before you. My brother and played with cam girls for income. Christ conscious is the only red pill. Sure. Was your brother's plans to text men from a Canberra website as they are ejaculating to his sweet words all day, or did you guys retire after 10 years of suicidal men coming to your text messages? I take the talisman.
Pretty evil, right?
I don't
Can I tell you the truth?
I don't get the point about that.
I'm the villain here.
Look, he did.
I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Now I got a street fight with Tristan. Anytime. You know how small the influencer world is? We're going to be in the same hotels and shit. Tristan, if you knock me out, I get 2 million followers.
First, you need
But
to
if
fight
I
Ryan
knock
Dawson.
you out, you lose every follower and they come to me.
You know what's funny too? When I was at Ye 24 with Nick, like Zerka was so excited. He's like, "Yo, let me be involved. Let me be involved." I'm almost sure that you would have done the same thing because I would say like the three people that are older than me that I like really look up to in terms of ideology and how they approach the world. Ye, Andrew Tate, and Tristan Tate, obviously too, and Ryan Dawson. These three guys, I really like value. Really
Why'd you say Ryan Dawson?
Really-
You put someone as badass as Andrew Tate with Ryan Dawson?
Yeah, I really value all three of their. And then you've burned the bridge with Ryan Dawson. You want to fight them? You want to fight Andrew Tate?
I didn't want. What a lying bitch.
Bro, what the fuck
You're
are
a
you talking
lying whore. Did you just say, I want to fight Ryan Dawson?
You said that you want.
Whoa. Chat.
Oh, fuck,
Did
man.
Zerka want to fight Ryan Dawson?
He asked if you wanted to fight. You said yes. That's what wanting to fight. Do you want to fight him? Yes or no?
I'm literally going to start tweeting. Yo, chat, listen to me.
Bro,
Literally, they said, who would win in a fight this Nick? And I said, I don't want to fight to
Yo,
Ryan Dawson.
I don't even get to
Then he
finish the point.
challenged me.
okay.
And he lied.
I didn't just.
live.
I didn't lie.
You're a lying machine.
Do you want to fight him? Yes or no? Answer the question.
Of course.
Okay.
not.
No.
See, this is what he does.
That
It's
wasn't-
like he's
that-
under the influence.
Okay, but do you want to fight him? Yes or no?
You can't answer.
Bro, look at
You're
the mirror- look at the
liberal,
mirror real
bro. You're literally a liberal.
Okay. Like it's not even
Who
about.
wanted to fight first?
Okay, he wanted to fight first, right? But you pissed.
So how did Zerka burn the bridge?
By pissing him off in the call.
You mean he is a snowflake? Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I said. You do the lying thing and then you lie about what I said.
You're a
Yo, go.
Yo, you're a liberal, bro. And yo, can I have some Coca-Cola? Like, can you order some drinks for us, please?
Take a coconut water. Jigsaw healthy. Chad, you enjoying this or like can we get into the reactions? Like,
Sneeko, I'm not gonna lie.
what do you?
Offline, you say the most honest shit, but man, you're a lying machine. You just said Ryan Dawson wanted to fight Zerka. It's on my YouTube, him attacking
Okay,
me.
it's not about who started it, bro.
You're actually
I didn't even finish my point. The point is these
a
people.
snake.
The point is the people that I respect. If I had brought you around Ye 24 when we were there with you and Nick, I am 100% sure that the same thing would have happened. That's happening with you and Tate.
No, Nick
And it's happened with Ryan Dawson.
Nick said to me, you know, we've known each other for like what, almost 5-6 months. Nick's like, I love that I never have to worry with you. You've never turned on me, said a bad tweet, nothing, or torpedoed.
You would have said
And
something that
you know
pissed
why
me
he
off.
said
You
that?
would have pissed
You
you
know
off.
why he said that? Because he's a Christian. You are a lying Muslim. True? Muslims have it in their DNA.
What am I lying about? Like, you haven't even said it.
Is this taqiyya?
Bro.
Are you practicing taqiyya in
Okay.
Islam?
Amelia Bucket says, can't believe you let a grown man sit in your house and speak to you this way. Bro, cutting you off, calling you a bitch, disrespecting your home, insulting you in front of your girl. Praise Allah. This is crazy.
Assaulting?
This is crazy.
When the fuck have I
is crazy.
assaulted
Yeah.
Sneeko?
Yeah, he didn't say assaulting. Now you're the insulting, dummy.
When have I insulted
You
you? in front of
literally
your
pointed-
girl? What a he said to me the other day in front of his girl. He whispered, "You're the greatest wingman ever." You
I
couldn't
didn't
go
whisper
with
that. I said that out loud. Now you're the one lying.
well, you're gonna go with what that guy said. He literally he makes his girl hover around me so I can keep promoting him in front of her pussy. So be like, "Yo, Sneeko, you're so famous." That guy who wrote that comment, literally, your mom's a whore. Yo, who's on my
Okay,
side?
Mel's
One
here,
in the
Mel's here.
chat if you're on Team Zerka.
Okay. Bro.
Oh, I have to promote us. Let me bring my army.
Okay, Mel's coming up right now. We didn't even get into the reactions yet. This is the intro you wanted, right?
What's the viewer count?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you're burning. You're just suffering. If it's low, I'm out of here.
If Zerka swings, it'll be top S content. That's why I mean Zerka would win in a fight. There's no doubt. Like the first time I met him, just being around him, I'm like, yeah, this.
Dust Tristan.
No, I'm
fuck
saying
that old man
I'm
up.
not saying Tristan. Okay, we understand. And what is
Who?
he?
Who are you
What is he,
talking
like 4 years older than you? You keep saying like I'm the young red pillar. Like I'm a decade younger. No, you're not. What are you 5 years younger than Tristan? 7 years younger than Andrew?
Why do they look 40?
You know what they also do. What, okay, you know what? I don't even.
And they're not that. They gotta be more good looking. They need Albanian DNA.
Okay, bro. Now you're being gay. So Mel's gonna come up. We're gonna react, and she's gonna sit on the couch and wait. She could watch.
Wait, she's gonna sit
Chat,
on.
type of one if Tristan Tate would smoke Zerka. There's no point even like it's not gonna happen unless it's
Why are
sanctioned.
you
into
so
the ring.
afraid?
Who-
Why are you so afraid? Let it happen. Why are you trying to end the fight before it starts?
Because this wasted energy that could be like you always blame.
Yo, imagine.
Let me answer the fucking question, bro. You always talk about how we need to go and actually fight the war that we need to fight. Our energy could be focused somewhere else. Me talking about Sword Boys and Hasanabi all the time and making like stupid jokes, that stuff is not really accomplishing that much. There's much more that can get done. We could save more lives, talk about this concept. Seeking truth through funny is an extremely part about this. And you kind of embody the motto of my stream in a lot of ways, seeking truth through funny. But when it goes to this trolling level and clickbait, like you don't need to chase clout through clickbait. You should be able to gain clout through adding value to people's lives, not constantly trolling and becoming a clown. There's a soft fine line where you're just becoming a clown and not somebody who's adding value. Do you want to add value? Become a clown.
A 10-year YouTuber telling me to not clickbait.
That's not what clickbait is.
Fucking whole
That's
the reason.
Twitter and clickbait are not the same thing. That's a shitty excuse,
What
bro.
the fuck am I hearing, bro?
Shitty excuse.
Jesus, bro. You are coping hard,
coping
dude. Have you ever clickbaited anything?
Of course I have.
Yo, spam Zerka if you're on my team and with Jesus. Jesus gang.
Even those degenerates who are trying to mock and disgrace God understand there's a point where it just backfires and leaves the smoke. And they don't want the smoke.
Would you say there are a lot less masculine white Christians now than there were in the 50s?
No. There's no masculine Christians. Why do you think I'm leading the charge? I spent my whole life, couldn't wait to go home from the club so I could have a girl suck my dick. And as she sucked my dick, I'm planning shit, bro. I'm gonna be alone. I don't wanna hear this bitch talk. I'm gonna tell her to leave. And now I'm alone in this fucking dark apartment, and I'm waiting for the world to come cancel and pitchfork me to death for the shit I say that I get away with because I work at a nightclub, and they still fire me for the shit I say. Living kind of.
Hi. Hello. No good. Thanks. How are you? Mm, yes. Um, I graduated from a bachelor degree in psychology, and then I did a master degrees in social and organizational psychology in order to work in human resources. Then from that, I had three. You want me to tell the experience from work too? Mm. Right now, no. I have a master degree, and I am doing a course on EFP from e-commerce. Is that the area? And mhm. No, I don't think so because yeah. So basically, this course is a course that I'm doing, but it's possible to renounce it when start working. So I think with the NFP internship is related to that too. Mhm. Uh, you can start. I'm available right now, but it's literally me deciding if I wanna quit the course and start working or not. But is it like I don't have to finish? I can switch from work. A lot of people did that already, and it's literally up to your decision. Yes, if I start, it's okay for me to do the 9 months. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. The location? Yes. Oh yes, I am. Mhm. Okay. Okay, okay. Thank you. You too. Have a nice day. Bye.
Terrified. And a young man, no future, no nothing. I had nothing to look forward to. I would just watch the 2016. There would be riots and protests. I'd just watch political channels and Alex Jones and them going on the street with the Pussy Hat March. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, I'm gonna wait for the masculine, white identity Christian guy to come on the scene. And I waited till I became old, and it never happened. And when you wait that long, and you're just waiting for that kind of message, eventually you either snap completely have a mental breakdown, there's no one coming to save me, or you lead the charge.
Well, the difference is that you were waiting for a white guy, so you know it was taking a long time. time. But if you were just looking for a masculine one that was following the religion that you wanted to get behind, then you could have found one of a different ethnic group much easier.
It wouldn't work because look at Trump. He appeals to his white base. So if some American led that charge, do you really think they're gonna capture is it gonna be a populist message to capture majority of Americans? Fuck no. They would need to cover all their bases, but a Mexican ain't leading a Christian charge because throughout history, Christianity's touched all corners of earth. At one point, you can research, it's buried in their dark web. All Indians were Christian at one point.
I do not believe this.
I got some stuff I'm going to send you. The whole world has heard the Gospels, not once, thousands times over. The white people were just the most loyal to the cross. That's it. And you made that joke that you're like, well, in the past, they were probably the worst, and I gave you pushback. I think I'll take that back. Probably. I don't know. All of if the news is fake, history is fake. The timeline's warped. Mega. There's scholars who say we're like 2,000 years off or this. We don't even know what the fucking date is, 2023. All we know is we start at the Jesus point. That's all we know. That's it. So if it's 4,000 to year 2023, whatever it is, it'll be connected to the cross. It has to be connected to the truth. And everyone's mental. We all share that mental plane. So, yeah, I don't really see like a Mexican leading that charge.
But
even if he was better than Trump, if he was more based and all that, I don't think you can appeal to that many people when humans are so tribal. The good thing about the whites leading the charge is they're very fair. And people think I'm playing a character, but go work for immigrants and then go work for a white guy. And really, why don't you go compare?
Well, what's the percentage of immigrants that are in such a high position that you can even work for? This is such a small percentage. So of course, if you get a sample size of 99 white guys and then one immigrant, a bad immigrant business owner is going to overrepresent.
No, you look at short-term reward systems and cycles in the brain. Anyone who thinks short-term usually ends up going to jail for short-term pleasures. Anyone who thinks long-term becomes very successful. The long-term thinkers don't like drama. They don't want workplace drama where they rip you off for $1,000 on your paycheck because they know that everyone in town is going to hear that you're ripping people off. They know long-term it's going to affect their business. Immigrants are very short-term thinkers. They're like, oh, I ripped him off for $1,000, fired him, and they don't go that far. The white man doesn't, it's not that he's better and a nicer and kinder soul, and he doesn't want the drama. He wants to build a Fortune 500 company fairly, not because he's fair, not because he's Christian, because it shows that the way he thinks, the patterns, and really Christianity affected him most because when the white people were the most loyal to the cross, even as they became secular and atheist, they still have those thought loops from their parents, grandparents, and ancestors and ancestral DNA. So they just turned out to be more fair. Anyone who's had a white boss that they've hated, really ask yourself, if you had 100 white bosses or 100 minority bosses of any color, who percentage-wise, where are you making money and where are you getting ripped off? I get ripped off with my people, and we're white, Albanian, right? I get ripped off. I've worked for every color of people, and they're all good to me. I barely got scammed by a lot of them because they think I'm gonna stab them. But I remember.
Where are you gonna stab them?
Back then, yeah. I just remember the percentage being way too high. I'm way too. Too successful when I work with the tribe that was the most loyal to the cross, even if they're watching the girls get fucked now and they're those kind of whites, for some reason, their history bleeds out through their business practices and stuff. And remember, that's why white people had the most money and peaceful mind, and then they got taken over by the one thing that makes the most money. And
Now, would you rather get ripped off by your boss, or would you rather know that your boss likes his wife getting taken by other guys? I'm willing to get ripped off personally. Suffer a couple of dollars.
I'm not defending this. No, I'm not.
Suffer
I'm not
a
defending this.
couple
No,
of
I'm not.
dollars.
No, I'm not defending this because that's not even a marriage. If your wife's getting fucked, that's not a wife. That's not a marriage.
Hey, that's what they say.
I'm not defending it.
Malcolm X, greatest American of all time.
Yeah,
He talked about
I
their-
said that last time. You stole that from me.
I did not steal it.
You were a Martin Luther guy.
No. That is my claim that Malcolm X is the greatest American of all time.
That's the first black president. I mean, that's why they killed him. And Obama's the first homosexual president. But it's funny because it's like anytime black consciousness is going conservative and correct and towards God, even if there's no God message, like with the late great,
Even if there's no violence.
I'm saying with the late great Kevin Samuels, you know who he is? Of course
yeah,
you
I've
do.
seen him. Yeah.
When he was on the scene,
What?
Violence.
I'm saying with the late great Kevin Samuels, you know who he is? Of course
yeah,
you
I've
do.
seen him. Yeah.
When he was on the scene, and I was shitting on all the red pill guys. The messaging is wrong. The messaging, and my community would say, "Circa, you're the only real red pill," and I'd say, "No, I'm not. It's Kevin Samuels. He's in a suit and tie. He's getting the youth, the black youth, to stop thinking blue and Democrat. He's getting the man masculine. He's doing everything correct. Who do you think I'm going to be when I'm an older man?"
Was he really political though, Kevin Samuels?
Absolutely. I think he was assassinated.
Really? I don't know. I didn't really see the political message with him.
Kevin Samuels. Who do you think I want to be like? Oh, Zerka, you're your own hero. You don't want to. No, I would. You can find clips of me saying this. That's exactly what the youth needs. I really don't think they need me, but in these times, I know if I put a suit and tie on, I won't be effective.
Yeah, but I don't know how much of you as a character, even still.
Ask anyone behind the scenes how much. I think the only things about me that is a character, if I say something fucking outrageous, ridiculous, you can't believe it, it's the truth. If I say something that is so fucking outrageous that you're left in awe and think I should be put in prison, that one's probably a joke.
Zapier's easy automation can send every marketing lead directly into your.
There's always a sodomy ritual of psychic mind control that if I sneak one, he works for me. And you remember, the lowest ego a man can have is a man who got in that, believe it or not. And that's in my documentary with Kate Griggs. She talks about it. And these are all psychological studies that are actually like in university studies that you can't talk about anymore. But yeah, dude, like this is what they do. We are not doing channel screen for obvious reasons. We want to be able to. Yeah, there's always some guy saying hard R. There's some dude named Hard R.
Yeah, just hide them. I'm recording too. It should be. You could just blur it out or something. But do you have?
I don't have mods, so I just don't put them on the screen.
Do you
That's
have
more fun.
the subs turn on? Do you have all the? Are you monetizing it or are you being?
Yeah. Apparently, well, I give my passwords out, so I got subs today. I guess someone turned it on. Finally, after a month.
Okay, everything's going on. So what's going? What are you drinking? A beer?
Whatever. Yeah, I know, but it's 4th of July. I don't drink, so I'm like,
I want to be honest, as a Christian, you can drink alcohol. Jesus drink wine. He tells how he used to drink wine when he was eating with other people. It's not wrong to drink alcohol. The problem is to get wasted. If you get wasted, you don't have self-control, that's a sin. Drink alcohol is not a problem. I don't drink alcohol. The last time I drink a drink, I felt like already effect right away because for so many months. I don't drink for fitness reasons, but it's not a sin in Christianity to drink alcohol. The problem is if you get wasted, because now you're gonna start sinning and get your carnal desires out.
Today, whatever. I don't know.
What's up with you, man? So what you been up to? You've been working hard. You called me about all these business opportunities. Have you been capitalizing on it? Because a lot of new people are finding out about you. Even Steve will do a message me back. He said he wants to link up with you. It seems like you're doing the right thing. You're doing everything right except for streaming.
The streaming will come when I have my own identity, but I won't have my own identity until I do the merry-go-round, because it's like those YouTubers who do it alone, yeah, they fizzle out. But the YouTubers who are interconnected with Adam22, Nelk Boys and stuff, they're a part of YouTube culture history. Oh, they can go for 5, 10 more years longer on YouTube. But I'm just setting myself up so I can do this till I'm Joe Rogan's age, right? And I know when I come back to streaming, they're gonna be like, "Whoa, he's doing big hours." Like, streaming is easy for me. The hard part is the behind the scenes. And another thing is like that's the grown up part is the behind the scenes. Like when Sneeko took a day off to do behind the scenes, he brought this chef Melina. That stream was so funny. There was like a professional chef in the fucking apartment with us. That's what happens when you take days off and you're actually working. But if Sneeko and I weren't like doing, you know what I mean? I don't want to just fucking sit there with you. You know, I like having the better. Bro, that's a timeless stream. That one with the adrenochrome and shit, that was hilarious.
Can I ask you about this? I didn't want to talk about it because I actually like Adam personally, but
yeah, I'll stop joking. I'll stop.
What you do talk about the free quite a bit.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going with this?
Oh, about Adam? Because I know a lot about Adam.
Do you want to talk about it?
I thought he's your friend.
I do like it. I mean, he did say "shut up, cuck" to me the other day, but I do genuinely.
Oh,
like him.
okay. He said "shut up, cuck." Okay, we could go in. So basically, his dad was pardoned by Bill Clinton himself.
He told me that on my stream.
Right. His last name's Grand Mason, and if you look at his upbringing, he wasn't into hip hop. That's a position given to him.
He was a BMX biker.
Oh yeah, before that. He was a lot more white boy. It's, you know what I mean. You're given a position, and then you kind of mold yourself into like Ghislaine. Like, you know, though I'm not Ghislaine, but like you're given a position, and then you become like Zerka's given position of hip hop power, and then he becomes more hip hop. But it wasn't like, was it passion? Does he say hip hop is his passion? I don't think so.
He likes the music, the murder music, and it kind of like that white boy thing. Like, I like to live vicariously through it. I like the realness,
I don't think he does.
rawness.
I swear to God, I think Adam plays "What a Wonderful World" when he fucks bitches. I think he gets along better with Steven and white boys because, like, dude, I know murder music and drill. People have a passion for that stuff. It leaks to how they talk, move, sound. But Adam's kind of just like in the business of it. But people are like, "Yo, you're trying to say he's just like making money off it." There's not much wrong with that. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, like, it seems like someone poked him as an adult and said, "This is the position you're given. Do you want to go maximize your life, or do you want to be a BMXer?" It just seems weird how he got into.
So, are you insinuating that a Freemason or a high-level person in the hip-hop industry said you need to go and spread murder music to the black culture, to go and program them and spread degeneracy and make people interested in drugs and premarital sex and all this garbage? You need to promote a bunch of murder rappers. This is your position as a white guy. You need to introduce black culture to white people.
No, it's not a super villain. Like, you gotta be bad. What they do is they just send you to the pool of degeneracy and let you sit there, and eventually you become what they want you to be. So, for example, they won't say, "Zerka, we want you to spread degeneracy on the youth." What they'd say is, "We have a platform with millions of people watching. Zerka, go live with porn stars for a year and have your podcast from there. And we're going to send you these kind of party people and stuff. You guys are going to have a lot of fun." And then they don't have to really tell me to be bad. I'm just going to start morphing. Like, if Sneeko lived in a house with porn stars and stuff like that, it wouldn't be the same Sneeko. And like within 4 days, you'd be a completely different Sneeko. And then within a year, you'd be very degen, and you'd be selling degen to the world. But I don't think there's like, one day you're going to have a wife.
No. Those are the conversations they have behind the scenes, but they definitely spell it out in a way. And it's in contracts. It's like, "Oh, you need to do this." And but they make it seem like it's really appealing, and they make it seem like it's regular in the entertainment industry. But at the same time, they have a lot of rappers, and there's this giant conspiracy, and it's actually been proven by a lot of people.
You hold on. You got to remember this been leaked by a high up rapper. The biggest names when rap was turning very away from like pop culture and dancey and stuff, when it was turning very
From
violent,
soul into murder.
the biggest corporations that worked with private prisons would hire influencers or rappers to promote boom, 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 boom. So more people got locked up. And then they would have investments in this, so they'd have a higher percentage in their fucking business. So that's like me having a private business and hiring Sneeko to talk about gang, 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 murder, 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 murder. And we know your demographic is, let's say, the US, and we know exactly specific areas. Sneeko's youthful audience become murderers, fill up these private prisons, and Sneeko would get a big fat percentage off it. And these private prisons would like start turning from 1 to 4 to 8, stuff like that. So we know that's happened, but the people who talk about that get in big trouble. But
Well,
yeah,
I'm asking about this. So what we hear a lot, I'm sure you know about this, is that they say like artists, not only do they make them wear a dress on their album cover, like every single black entertainment actor, they always have to wear a dress in a movie. Every rapper, they have to wear a dress and they have to talk about something. Like Drake is painting his nails, for example. It's like he has a shirt that says product of the industry, or like owned by the industry on his shirt. All these rappers are accused of having gay sex with industry people and being part of a humiliation ritual. Basically, they get fucked in the ass in order to become famous. Is that true?
And it's not all rappers,
Crazy.
only our favorites. And when I say favorites, I don't mean up and coming or medium level. I mean like people we listen to every day for the last 20 years. I told you one big name that I want to say, but dude, just like special ops, just like joining Spartan program, just like joining anything, there's always a sodomy ritual of psychic mind control. That if I fuck Sneeko in the ass, he works for me. And you remember, the lowest ego a man can have is a man who got fucked in the ass, believe it or not. And that's in my documentary with Kay Griggs. She talks about it. And these are all psychological studies that are actually like in university studies that you can't talk about anymore. But yeah, dude, like this is what they do. First, they get you drunk with a lot of girls, and this is how degeneracy spirals. This is how special ops do it. I'm not CIA. I'm from a military family, but I didn't get it from my family, or like I researched this. They get you drunk. Sneeko and Zherka get drunk with the girls. Then drugs, then this, and the degeneracy levels up, and then it turns to the women, the prostitutes. They leave, and the generals say, "Hey, do you want to be a?" Well, they don't say, "Do you want to be?" They get you fucked up, and they say, "You're a rising star. You are not a cherry marine, as in we fuck you in the ass, but you're just one of our fucking toys. You were gonna be general." And all generals got fucked in the ass for the position, and people are like, "I don't believe this is real." Dude, it's been happening since Spartans.
I have a story about this.
Yeah.
So you know how I used to be a fashion model, right? Did Nike, did Burberry.
You got fucked in the ass, didn't you?
Let me finish the story.
Oh.
I would have told you this by now. You already did an interview.
Spoilers. No, you didn't get fucked in the ass because you didn't pop off.
I didn't get fucked in the ass, right? As soon as I got signed to a modeling agency, this is the lingo they started using. You're going to be a star. You're going to be a star.
Yeah.
Everybody in the modeling agency, everybody who runs the industry, all gay men. It's all like European gay guys, fruity dudes. Every single, like literally 90. I'm not exaggerating, chat. 95%. Wait, hold on. Let me finish.
I wouldn't say they get off on like just gayness. Sometimes they fuck women. They get off on power.
On power.
You know what I mean by
But
that?
they were really fruity, and that was part of the industry, right? So they kept saying lingo like, "You're going to be a star. You're going to be a star." They tried to sell that stardom to me, right? And so I'm like, fine. I'm like, I want to make some money on the side. So I did some shoots, and like I wasn't really booking stuff, right? A couple months ago.
Where are we going with this?
Hold
Where
on.
are you going with this one, bro? I'm scared.
I'm not booking a lot of things today. You need to build your book. You need to go build you need to have more photos, right? I'm like, it's fine. Like I'll take some photos, and I'm wearing, and they're like, you need to have a professional photographer, right? So
But you have to remember, homosexuality and being homosexual is sin. It's in the Bible. Homosexual sex is sin. Very bad sin. You aren't even going. It's degeneracy. You're going to hell. You have to understand that. Don't be homosexual. Even if you feel like you are, for Jesus, for going to heaven, just don't have no relationships. Or have with a woman, even if you don't feel attracted. But that has to be your wife for the rest of your life.
So then they send me to this guy, this book creator or whatever. And I was just watching Eyes Wide Shut. And it's a similar thing. Like drugs will open up a portal. And that scene in Eyes Wide Shut when Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman are having that argument when she starts saying that she wants to go fuck the naval officer right before she's smoking weed. And then they have all these demonic conversations. That's when everything opens up. So they send me to this photographer. He's in Harlem. He's smoking weed, right? It's in the middle of the day. It's like 9 a.m. I have a video to do later, so I'm going to stop in and do the shoot. And I see the entire table laid out, and I see the entire wardrobe that he has. There's dresses, there's bras, there's women's jewelry, there's like just all these fruity stuff, feathers, all this stuff. And he's like, he's offering me weed, and I said, no, I don't want to do it. And we walk outside, and he sets up the giant, the white backdrop and all this stuff, and he says, put on a dress. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm like, I don't know. It's like, no.
Whoa, he said it like that?
He said, like, put on this dress. And then I'm like, I'm not comfortable doing it. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And they're like, let's find a new spot. So we pack up the whole thing, the white stuff, and we go to a different side of the park. He's like trying to see if I'm going to become comfortable with it. He says, like, put in this feather thing. I'm like, I'm not wearing that. Like, I'm not going to do that. And then my agent calls me. It's like, you're giving him a hard time? Like, what's going on? You need to build your book. Like, you said you need to make more money. Like, you need to build your book. I'm like, fine. So he gives me, like, this corset thing. This picture's, like, all over the internet.
Yeah, guys, that's the thing. The devil will try to buy you in fame, and you have to humiliate yourself and sell yourself. It's always the same thing. The same goes with gayness, is being the opposite what your gender is. You are a man, you're supposed to be masculine, and they want you to be a female. Use dresses, talk like female, be emotional, be wretched. It's disturbing.
He was wearing this, I'm sure you've seen it. It's like this
Don't never fall for that stuff, guys. Be
white
masculine.
thing. Put it on.
Never graduate the ass, never paint your nails, don't do any female stuff. It's the devil play. LGBTQ guys is a lover devil in there.
And then takes some pictures. It's like goes in Vogue and this stuff. And then he tells me like he wants me to. He's like, okay, now let's do the bra. It's like it's just expression. They're like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to wear that. And then just ends the shoot. And then the shoot's over. None of the photos really like it didn't help. I didn't book anything from it. But if you think about it, that entire process was a test from the industry. They were trying to break you down. They're trying to see how far they could take you. They're trying to see, can I make this guy a bitch? Am I going to be able to own him? Can I get him high? Can I let him wear whatever we want? And then we'll book. So basically, they control all the bookings. They have the contacts with all the biggest ones. I got some.
That's why when the devil tempted Jesus when he was in the desert, he said, "We will give all the riches, all the women, all the everything," right? And that's what the devil wants to do. He wants to buy you. That's why the Bible says that most is very, very hard for a rich person to go to heaven because you sell out. So don't ever be pursued by monetary and mundane stuff. Is worthless. Heaven is way blissful, and this is all degeneracy and just leave you to unhappiness. Never go against God.
I walked for Burberry, did Nike, did all this stuff, right? They have all the connections, and they wanted to see if I was going to be able to go as far as they wanted me to go. And I said no. Like, of course, I wore some stuff, and I'm like, I didn't really like think about it that far. But that's what all of that was a humiliation ritual. All of that was a test to see if once they get those pictures, once they get you like that, you can't really come back from that. You've sold a part of your principles. You sold a part of what you said you wouldn't do. You've done something for money that beforehand you would have never even conceptualized. But they make you think. They sell you a dream like you're going to be a star. They try to give you weed afterwards. Like after the shoot, right after I could talk about this now. After the Burberry shoot, I don't want to name drop this guy, but one of the leading fashion designers in the industry, right? He's name dropped in all these rap songs. They do a party afterwards. I'm not invited, but they brought like a third of the models, right? And this guy's bisexual, just like all the other guys. And they're doing drugs. There was some weird stuff like in the other rooms. I don't want to speak too much about it, but after the fashion show, pretty much like that becomes an orgy, and a lot of people that's when the fashion designers can engage in what they can use the models as they please, and not just the girls but the guys too. So and I've heard this guy's name like dropped in a lot of, but yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, no, it's crazy because people are gonna expect me to roast you and stuff, but I had the exact same experience fitness modeling and when I was working, I had to get parts, and it was some movie TV parts would be like, "You're either a bouncer or a criminal. You think you can do that?" And I'm like, "Oh fuck, I'm both of those in real life." But I wouldn't tell them, right? It was fucking weird. But yeah, it was like in jeans, topless. I'm like, why the fuck's this scene taking so fucking long? This is like a tryout. What's that called? An audition, bro. And then I realized, oh, he's not even just like ogling me when I was steroided up and shit. He's seeing how much conversation he can have in a casual tone with me and for how long. So if I sat there like without a shirt, right, and had this long conversation with him casually for 20 minutes, 40 minutes, then they stop becoming your whatever, they become your friend.
Mhm.
But I was a very aggressive cold kid. So I'm like, hurry the fuck up with this. Right? What the fuck? And I'd talk to my agent. I want to tell them, and they'd hear how aggressive I am. So they'd be like, oh, this guy, we're not fucking this guy in the ass ever. And then I worked at clubs that would have like a gay section at a fucking birthday party, some rich gay dudes. And then the gay dudes would be like, you are just so hot, but you're too straight. Like, no one would ever try you and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
got
oh,
that too.
thank God that I was fucking that angry and stuff. But if I was in fitness, or excuse me, fashion is where it gets the gayest. Like you're surrounded and shit. And you know what's crazy is like any profession you go into that has none of this stuff, still your boss could be a predatory gay dude. Like I've had normal jobs where it's like the boss just hired me because I'm fucking good looking to them. I'll be working at a bar. I'm like, what the fuck? This is like nothing. This is not Hollywood. This is just at our bar and stuff. And then I realized, like, whoa, dude, he fucked a woman. He's not gay, but he always fucks in one way. I can get you promoted, Stacy. It's just you. It's gonna take some time. He fucks for power. Like he's fucking weird. You know, he's demonically charged. And I'm not gonna lie, dude. Every single OnlyFans girl shares this experience in LA.
Yeah, there's a lot of bosses who are just freaks, man. I did deal with one too, but I fired myself real quick. And it was nothing like truly personal, but he was gay. And I once went to an interview, he came like here and he was very talkative and feminine. And they asked me for my CV after my mail. I didn't even respond. For me, I don't like to work with some really homophobic, but I don't really like to work with gay dudes. They are weird. And I'm not saying all of them are. Personally, it's not all of them, but a big majority are weird, man. And that's the reason why the Bible says that homosexual sex is sinful, is really degeneracy. Because it is. Like, you've seen these people, they are creeps, man.
Like all of
I
them.
have
They
so
just
many
don't admit it.
stories of creeps trying to do me stuff when I was a child. And unfortunately, never happened. That hurt me. But they are just creeps, man.
Because they oh, my agency got me rich, but every agency is like this. Hey, are you asleep? We're letting you sleep here. And they tell me all these stories. Like they start fucking telling me when we're all alone.
And even
You
a
just leave the
teenager,
agency.
man. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of gay guys are really creeps. Don't get me wrong. A lot of heterosexual dudes are too. There's a lot of freaks. But it's an embarrassment. It's really weird and uncomfortable to be around these people.
And they go, no, they done so much for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go back to
You
go back
start
to being
believing
molested.
they try to make you think that they're your friend, but it's never a friendship. It's always business. But that's the illusion. I heard that all the time, and I had a reputation in the like people thought I was hard to work with. I got a bad reputation. Like they said, the reason I was never booking was because they think that I'm difficult. I had a difficult tendency because I would talk and I would have it like everyone. You're basically just supposed to show up and be a mannequin, and then I wouldn't like to. I had that kind of demeanor that I have now, which doesn't translate well. Like when you're a model, you're supposed to be bubbly, you're supposed to be agreeable, you're supposed to.
That's what Disney trains kids. It's psychological warfare on your kids. Disney trains your kids to be bubbly and ready for the handlers and the predators and the Weinsteins. No kid, kids don't act like that. And all Disney is running away from home. That Peter Pan story.
Yeah.
It's always a child running
That's
away from
true.
home. What the fuck?
And then
not
someone
what you're-
scoops you up and becomes your caretaker, just like now with those TikTokers who
Bro,
are saying to cut off
any-
your parents and then join my
any-
Patreon.
Bro, anywhere else on earth, living with your parents till 25, 28 is normal. Here, it's blasphemy if the fucking girl at 16 doesn't go to LA to get fucking molested. It's so weird. And even the base parents will be like, son, you're like 19 years old. You should like think of moving out. And it's like, bro, what the fuck? These
Yeah,
parents
that's
are-
crazy, yo. Parents saying to a woman, you are 19, 18, 20, you should move out, is crazy. A woman should only leave. The same as men, it is in the Bible, when they are going to marry. Once they are going to marry and unite as one flesh, that's when you should leave. Live with your partner for the rest of your life. That's the only reason you should leave from your parents' house. And another thing is always men and women. We are made for each other. No same gender. This is sinful. So it's in the Bible.
disgusting people. You know, Albanian parents, if you're 42 years old and living with your mom and dad, and you say, Mom and Dad, I'm thinking of moving out because I'm 42 now. You know, it's like I've really overstayed. This is what all Albanian parents say. Have we not done enough for you? You're this ungrateful. They start freaking out.
Immigrant parents.
It's very, yeah, it's fucking weird. But now I realize, like, whoa, all parents know when the child leaves the home and becomes an adult, everything out there wants to touch them. Everything wants to hurt you.
Did your parents let you go on sleepovers?
No, they'd say you can stay as late as you want. You can stay as late as you want, but you can't sleep.
My parents.
Right?
said
We'll
that.
just we'll wait up for you. Don't worry.
Which is good. I'm never going to let my kids go to sleepovers for that exact reason.
Yeah.
Flying Raptor gives a 10. He says the movie Training Day is basically a rough example of how the industry operates. Put the recruits' prospects through a test and see if they can bear the requirements. They're in the club. Yeah, that's basically it. He gives them angel dust and then puts them through all these tests and sees if he's one of them. That's a really soft
And
version.
by the way, everyone in this chat, like all the men, we also do what these predatory people do in heterosexual relationships do. You'll see young men when they're in their player mode, they actually take notes on Amy did this. Yo, Amy, let me do this. Yo, I told Amy to wear this. Yo, I told her to wear less clothes. They actually talk about the hoe in the group and how easy she is to fuck and how easy she is to be programmed.
Yeah.
So that predatory behavior
same thing in the
happens
industry.
in all humans, but when there's money around it, that money means network, meaning thousands of women around it. So they have way more opportunity to be sinful. So they become way more sinful. But dude, when you start seeing sin as it's Weinstein, but not Zerka, yo, it's everywhere. You get some power, you start doing that weird fucking power plays and shit. It's fucking disgusting.
Top G Mook says,
Bless
thanks
you.
for the 10,
Okay,
ask Zerka what he thinks
Christ.
about as above, so below.
Obey Christ, not your.
What I think about it, I mean, it's interesting when you look at not even mysticism, just regular modern their top rabbis on YouTube that have the most views. They told the most views rabbis, like they're Sheikh Guzman's, but in the way they say our mission is not about afterlife; it's to bring heaven to earth, which literally means the satanic as above, so below. We can be our own gods. We bring paradise here. That is the most evil shit you can do. And what's crazy is Andrew Tate and a lot of people talk about that as
I want to
being
be honest, rabbis they all look evil, weird. They don't look for the good at all.
a normal thing.
And yes, looks deceive, but none of them have good energy.
Like, I'm invincible. I'm this. I did it myself. I. And then they're fucking traumatized and destroyed.
And I'm going to be honest, Andrew Tate just did a meeting again trying to sell his course. It's in the Bible, like you should not. Only can choose one God, either God or riches, and he keeps stealing because of riches. Aside from being almost in jail and needing God more than ever, because the devil is attacking him full force, he's still going after riches. He's crazy.
That whole I'm the fucking that real narcissism. people don't understand that.
I don't
like,
think you could equate working hard and determination to as above, so below.
Andrew Tate thinks he's his own god. They think they can actually bring mirror of the heavens.
Having
you know,
self,
when,
that's different. See, that's self-belief, but as above, so below means that you can do whatever you want without consequence because you could have eternal paradise. You should be able to have as much happiness on earth, but the belief in Christianity and Islam is that eternal paradise and happiness happens after you die. And that here, a lot of what Muslims believe is that what your life now is all just preparation for the afterlife, and you shouldn't even really fully enjoy. All of it is just preparation. A lot of it is just preparing for when you go and meet God.
No, Muslims got it right. The only part that they didn't get right is that you guys believe you take your fleshy impulses to afterlife, so you'll have the impulse of wanting to fuck your 72 virgins. Where Christians are like, yeah, we don't want to fuck. We're in heaven. We don't have urges to fucking. We don't have things. I'm horny. I'm nothing. We're astral light. We're just fucking state of euphoria. You know what I mean? But whereas you guys took the material kind of sexual, material world stuff, and you guys put it in your book, and I was like, what the fuck? And that bothered me. It was like,
Why it says woman? Because we talk about everything out here. So talk about every subject.
that's why I was like, whoa, this doesn't make that much sense.
$2,000 to $4,000 a month. $2,000 to $4,000 a month or more. So if y'all see me out here like, hello, Ashley, thank you for the gift.
No spicy. Thank you. Jay, thank you. Shan, thank you. Roses. Low. Rose flavored. Thank you. Jules, for
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
this AI type glasses. Ray, ice cream.
They're turning people into actual AI. And it's funny watching from the outside in because this looks so fucking retarded. But think about the people that are actually watching this. Do any of you watch this stuff? It's incredibly dystopian. Because I'm banned, me and Tate. If you post any of our stuff on TikTok, ban. All the
Guys, we're gonna stop right here. Good train. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.